something, don't you think so? Roaring 20s, tossing pennies in the pool. If my wishes came true, it would have been you.
It's the sadness of remembering somebody and how important they were to you. And I mean, this is such a sweet sentiment, like somebody who you realize meant a lot to you at a certain time, you know. And if you just would have been smarter. Why don't we just let that be the intro today? I'm not going to do a super long one because we're going to be doing the first songs of Folklore, the Long Pond Sessions. Looks like a really cool little studio. Interesting kind of collection of guitars there. It's kind of hard to tell with those three humbuckers. Kind of a groovy old studio vibe. I like the Afghan on the back of the couch. It kind of looks like... Studios are like that. They'll try to mix in like... They'll have all the most high-tech equipment, but then they'll also try to have like a rustic, old-school feel. I love the wooden paneling. I'm a total sucker for beautiful wood paneling, or just beautiful wood in general. I'm sure it's not paneling. Here we go. So this is the number one. This is the number one song off Folklore.
I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit. Been saying yes instead of no. I thought I saw you at the bus stop, I didn't though. I hit the ground running each night. I hit the Sunday matinee. You know the greatest films of all time were never made. I guess you never know, never know. And if you wanted me, you really should have showed. And if you never bleed, you're never gonna grow. And it's alright now. We were something, don't you think so? Roaring 20s, tossing pennies in the pool. If my wishes came true, it would have been you. In my defense, I have none. For never leaving well enough alone. But it would have been fun if you would have been the one.
All right, let's stop it there real quick. Really like this so far. Very simple. I like it a lot already. You guys know the stuff I like. Just F and C. I'm not even doing it right. She has way more hip hop. She's like coming down on like the 3 or something. You know, a lot of producers would love to put just a bunch of little hi-hat sounds in there, little trap sounds in there. Major chords, F, C, C, F, C. But we're still singing sadly. I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit. Saying yes instead of no. Thought I saw you at the bus stop, I didn't though. I kind of like this putting on a brave face feeling, like she's saying to this guy, like she's trying too hard almost. You know, you get in a grumpy state after a breakup, and you're maybe in a little bit of denial, and you're trying to be like, oh yeah, I don't even give a shit about that. I'm not even, that breakup? Yeah, no big deal, I'm fine. I'm just a sad person now. I'm just arbitrarily sad for other reasons, and I don't want to talk about it. I'm with her. We can all become like this. I'm going out every night, partying, hanging out with a lot of people. I hit the Sunday matinee. Maybe that's like a metaphor for like drunk brunch Sunday. Oof. Not a good idea, folks. Avoid that brunch matinee. Sunday, honestly, you know the greatest films of all time were never made. I like that line. I also like, by the way, that she's talking to an imaginary version of him. She's not really talking to him, which is kind of what you do in breakups. You or any relationship, you end up like replaying different interactions in your head. What did I say? What did they say? This is what I would say next time I see them. Oh, they're trying to say this, but in actuality, it's this. she's kind of overanalyzing her interactions with this guy. This gives me the dumped vibe, like not dumped, but like that she did not end it. But still, that line, "and if you wanted me, you really should have showed," that sounds like, that one line sounds like she ended it. All right, let's keep listening, folks.
We were something, don't you think so? Roaring 20s, tossing pennies in the pool.
D.
If my wishes came true, it would have been you. In my defense, I have none, but never leaving well enough alone.
Just adding an octave.
But it would have been fun if you would have been the one.
That type of a line, but we were something, don't you think so? You know, I like those kind of lines. They tilt at a certain kind of sentiment. It's the sadness of remembering somebody and how important they were to you. And I mean, this is such a sweet sentiment, like somebody who you realize meant a lot to you at a certain time, you know. And if you just would have been smarter. In my defense, I have... But it would have been fun. Again, I'm getting mixed signals on who broke up with whom here. Sometimes it seems like she's talking about being dumped, but really it seems like now she seems like talking about she's ended this thing, but she's feeling almost like she took him for granted. Sweet. I like the sentiment. And yes, I am tearing up a little bit. This is an emotional tune. And hear these guitar flutteries here.
This dream you're doing cool shit, having adventures on your own. You meet some woman on the internet and take her home. We never painted by the numbers, baby, but we were making it count. You know the greatest loves of all time are over now.
Just got those little bar hands going.
I guess you never know, never know. And it's another day waking up alone. We were something, don't you think so? Roaring 20s, tossing pennies in the pool. And if my wishes came true, it would have been you.
She gets so it's interesting because the vibe changes right at the beginning of each verse. She has this kind of like hip hop bars, drop behind the beat. I had this dream, you're on some cool shit. Almost kind of like an old school like R&B beat or like Mary J. Blige or something. You meet some woman on the internet and take her home. Having adventures on your own. Is that cool? I hope she's kidding. I hope she's like, I hope cool is ironic there. I think she's being sarcastic. We never painted by the numbers, baby, but we were making it count. We never had a lot of the sex, it seems like, but we had the good sex when we had it. Excuse the hand gesture.
In my defense, I have none, but never leaving well enough alone. But it would have been fun if you would have been the one. I persist and resist the temptation to ask you if one thing had been different. Would everything be different today? We were something, don't you think so? Rosé flowing with your chosen family. And it would have been sweet if it could have been me. In my defense, I have none. We digging up the grave another time. But it would have been fun if you would have been the one. Ooh.
Oh, I like that song, guys. Wow. I'm trying not to get too emotional here. breakups are so complex. It's not just, one person ends it and one person's fine and one person's miserable. Even if she did end it, she can still have these questions, would everything be different today? If one thing, it sounds like a specific thing had been different. Maybe if she hadn't been famous, if their physical relationship was different, hard to know. It sounds like that's what she has. She has dreams about him hooking up with other girls. It sounds like she has some insecurity there. Maybe she's criticizing herself. Maybe he cheated on her. I don't get a very specific reason of why they ended, but it seems like there's a lot of unfinished, unclosed doors in that relationship. Like, I just get a negative view of this guy now. I was kind of liking this guy, like, wow, this guy must have been something. And then he's hooking up with girls on the internet. I mean, nothing against, we all got, now but it sounds like he's doing it in a gross way. I don't get it like, forming a relationship on a dating site or on a eHarmony or something. It seems like he's like picking up the ladies on the internet. Gross. Okay. Really like that song. Great one to start off with on there. And okay, hey guys, I am sorry to do this, but I did record 3 of these reactions, the first 3 songs off of the Long Pond Sessions folklore album, and I was going to release them all in this one video, but I'm going to release the other 2 probably early to mid next week, depending on if I work through the weekend. Let's hope I do. And thank you so much for watching this. Please like, please subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments, what you think of this song. I really like it, and I like the other, I really like it, and I can't wait to share with you guys the other reactions from this album.